Hi, so great to get to chat with y'all for uh this totally different kind of show than what I've normally seen y'all on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what is it like, y'all are used to preparing to go on Drag Race, which is like, oh, let me get together a dozen looks and spend a lot of money. And what is it like preparing for a show where you're, I don't know, you're essentially going on like a vacation? I don't know. What was it like preparing for this?
It's nice to not have to take out a mortgage to be on
I
TV.
mean, yes. I mean, who doesn't want to be on a vacation? It was fun. I get to
Yes.
pack like a lot of fashionable looks
Yep.
and some sunscreen and some really cool glasses and
Yeah.
just
Shoes, puffer coats. I love puffer coats, so
mhm.
it was nice to wear them all. Yeah, it was great. I really it was a lot less stressful than prepping for a competition show,
For
that's for
sure.
sure.
No one is judging you other than maybe the sister sleeping next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and
That was one time.
is it weird going on a show like when you go on Drag Race, you're going also as like your drag persona, which is kind of like your armor up, your superhero version. But this is like, you're kind of going on as yourselves. So is that more
Mm.
awkward or like were you more trepidatious of like, well, they're seeing me. Like they're seeing me on vacation.
You know, in the beginning, it was for me just because as a boy, I'm very fashionable and attractive and that kind of thing. But I was very like scared in terms of like people seeing me maybe without a shirt on, or maybe like waking up in the morning, like how do I look? Because there's cameras 24/7 like in your face. So I was very much like, oh, like, do I want to do this? Like, but it I was very surprised of how natural I am, like in front of the camera. You know what I mean? Like to me, they weren't even there at times, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, like it's always in the beginning that you notice the cameras, and then I guess after the first day, you just forget they're there.
Hmm.
It was really nice to just kind of go in and be myself, like it was great because we could just chill. We didn't have to put it on all the time. Like what you see is exactly who we are, and
Yeah.
Yep,
I
he was a bitch,
yeah, but a sexy bitch.
and I hated
Yeah.
her.
So do y'all like the cold? I mean, y'all are the Canadian queens, and I watched this show and I'm like, I'm freezing. This seems miserable. Like, are y'all used to the cold? Did you have to get the other girls acclimated at all? Or
The thing about the cold is that I'm from Barbados originally. I've been here for like 15, 16 years, but dry queens get warm easily.
Hmm.
So I like being cold. But do I like being in the snow like that? No. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I was like,
you like to control the
what is
temperature.
happening? Yes, yes. I don't mind being cold, but just being that cold was insane.
Like AC cold is good.
Oh my God, AC cold
Yeah.
is
Oh
great.
yeah.
necessary? Well, yeah, I mean, y'all are like playing with snowmen and doing all sorts of like out physical activities outside that aren't just like learning a choreo number.
You know what though? The activities were fun because like I'm not a
For
snow.
you.
Yeah, I'm not a snow sports kind of girl. I'm normally like a water sports kind of girl, and I enjoyed it because it was something that took me out of my comfort zone and something that I could like thrive in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard for me at first too because it was hard for me at first, and it's still hard for me, you'll see. Um, but I was glad I was put in that position because if I wasn't on the show and had to do these things, there's no way that I would have been going up north trying to skate, trying to go down a mountain in the tube. Like I would not have done none of it. But I was glad I did because now we know that I can't do none of it.
Yeah. Well, we're entering the holiday season and here I love Hallmark movies. And so I was wanting to ask y'all if the two of y'all were the leads of a Hallmark holiday rom-com, what is the name of the movie? What is your love story? What are you playing? What are you doing?
The bitch that killed Christmas.
How to Kill a Drag Queen in 10 Days.
Period.
I love that. If you could go on a vacation again, like without cameras, with any of your castmates, I mean, are there any that you were like, okay, we vibe on a vacation level? Who would you go with?
Who would I go with?
Yeah, like of your castmates, who did you vibe the most with? I'm like, oh, we vacation very similar.
Mm.
Probably Lawrence.
And for me, either Candy or Carrie,
Mm.
for sure.
And on Pop Heist on my website, we have a how to do drag article that I'm trying to collect information from like the professional queens.
Oh my
Uh,
God, you should read that. I just joking. I just joking.
She
but
loves me. She really does.
I was wondering, like, do you have any advice to like queens that are just starting out that maybe they overlook whenever they get started?
Oh my God.
That they get overlooked.
Yeah, or like that
Things with
queens
all hair.
that they overlook whenever they're starting, like some like nice simple
Mm.
advice.
You know what? I'm old school, so it's like for me, I was always one to first love the entertaining aspect of being a lip syncer
Hmm.
and just love the art form. I feel now it is backwards. I feel like a lot of the queens now starting in this generation, they're already starting being able to do perfect makeup, do perfect hair, and get the perfect, amazing costume. But then you see them lip syncing, and you're just like,
They're a carbon copy of each other. It's
what?
like the same queen over and over and
Yeah.
over again.
It's like it's more than just landing on your back, doing a death drop or a split or a high kick. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, Boa, you actually, I was wondering, you've gone through such a physical transformation that did you have to rethink who Boa is, like from the ground up, or do you still see the character or your persona as being a continuation?
I mean, like Boa has always been an extension of who I am, and she's just me, but on tons of estrogen and hallucinogens or something. But I actually had a really hard time during the transformation. In my body, a lot of things were changing. Like I would get a new costume, it wouldn't fit 2 weeks after. You know what I mean? And so that was kind of difficult. It was annoying, but I was also able to play with different shapes um and learn different things that would work for me.
Yeah.
And I still have her here. Like the old Boa is still here. She is just grown up a little
The old boys in her lips. You don't see those?
bit. Mm.
And the cheekbones. Oh my
Yes,
lord.
and honey, the carpet matches the drapes. Let me tell
She
you.
keeps just getting bigger and bigger.